What is up, everybody? This is Miguel Antonio Barragan, aka Fight Fiend Miggs, joined as always by my co host, Andrew, don't get it twisted, Lapachet. And this is the Mad Boxing Show, or Mad Boxing for short. Thank you so much for joining us on this lovely Wednesday evening. Well, at least Wednesday evening when we're recording. Starting to get a little cold over here. There's some rain, then some snow in the mountains. Very cloudy here in Las Vegas. So, which kind of brings up a question that I have later on in the show regarding this weekend's fights. But regardless, we are recording this on this Wednesday. What we like to call what is often called the go home show, the show right before a big event. And yes, this is the Wednesday before Mario Barrios puts his WBC welterweight championship on the line against Ryan Garcia, the most undeserving fucking challenger in the world. But he's in there, and we're going to get that fight crack-a-lackin' this weekend. That's going to be one of the major topics that we're going to be talking about. Of course, we're going to be talking about our fight predictions. We're going to be talking about the odds, because I pulled out the sheet, right? Went to the casino this yesterday, as a matter of fact, and went to a couple of different casinos and got myself a few different odds to see which ones are give me better numbers. But we're going to be talking about that, of course. There's a lot of Oscar de la Hoya / Vergil Ortiz / Ryan Garcia news. Ryan Garcia saying, hey, this is my last fight with Golden Boy. Holy hell. That means that he's probably out the dough real soon. We know Vergil Ortiz is trying to get out the dough, right? We know the legal battles continue between him and Golden Boy, and then of course recently Golden Boy signing with Swerve TV. Is Golden Boy in trouble? I don't know. It seems kind of they're in limbo for some reason, with two of their bigger stars trying to get out of their contract with Oscar. So we're gonna be talking about that, of course. Let's see what else I got here on the docket. Oh yeah. It looks like we're not going to get Resendiz and Munguia for whatever the hell reason. We're going to be talking about that, of course. I guess looks like Resendiz is going to get another opponent, which I'm not too it's not too shabby of an opponent here. I guess we're going to be talking about that a little bit later on. But yes, unfortunately, no Armando Resendiz and Jaime Munguia. And the return of Manny Pacquiao, only not really more of a exhibition bout. It looks like we're going to get Manny Pacquiao and Ruslan Provodnikov. All right, we're going to be talking about that, our feelings towards that, and what that means, if anything, and what the hell is going on. He goes from, trying to go after the WBC welterweight championship and maybe even the WBA champion in Rolly Romero, and then now we get this. So definitely a lot to talk about. So we're going to get crack. Oh, you know what? Before I forget, I'm not going to bring up the sticker this time because it always, causes my camera to lose focus. But make sure to check out our video sponsors, Health Isol, tallow-based products. Make sure to give them a try if you find anything you like on their website. Once more, Health Isol or Health Ysol. If you find anything you like and you want to check it out, make sure to use the code MADBoxing10 at checkout and get 10% off of your purchase, or follow the affiliate link that's going to be in the description of this video and get that same 10%. Lavender patchouli is the specific scent that I love, with soap, of course, in particular. So make sure to give them a try. Healthy Soil, tallow-based products, and tallow-based soap in period. All right, so we're going to get started with this. And here I've kind of been going back and forth with this because I like to kind of empty my cup, so to speak. Whenever I think about fight predictions, I take the things that I kind of already have in mind, right? The factors that I've kind of already taken in consideration for my prediction. And then for a very brief moment, I set that all aside and I completely erase it. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to enter this like a jury in a courtroom. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to hear all the facts from as many different sources as I possibly can, and then incorporate those into my own factors and come to my own conclusion as to who's going to win and how they're going to win. And that's kind of the way I take a look at my predictions. Of course, taking a look at their most recent fights, of course, because as often is said in the fight game, you're only as good as your last fight. So we definitely take those into consideration. All right. So, before I forget, I thought that there was going to be, because there is a big fight, right? Major fight, Barrios and Ryan Garcia, that here in Vegas, usually there are special events for fans / media, specifically starting Tuesday, the Grand Arrivals, which is basically the fighters entering whatever casino it is. They, get bombarded by media, and then they get to a makeshift stage. They say a few words, and off they go, ushered to their hotel room. Usually that happens on Tuesday. Wednesday, they have some sort of media workout that's open to the general public as well. Usually, it's the undercard guys, if like the main event guys are too, main event, and basically, it's open to the general public. You go and you get to see the undercard guys, basically, hit the pads, work up a little bit of sweat sometimes, right, and just basically pose and take pictures. Well, for some reason, they're not doing that for shit for this fight. I don't know what happened. I was looking online. I couldn't find anything initially. So I drive down to the MGM Grand on Tuesday, thinking maybe we're going to get to see like the grand arrival. Not only is there no big ring in the middle of the lobby, which is often the case with big fights, but it's decorated with Chinese New Year stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Right? Obviously, I knew it was Chinese New Year, but I'm like, why isn't there a ring here? Sure enough, I get to the point where there's a basically entering the casino, and there's a cardboard stand-up or standee of Mario and Barrios and Ryan, right? It's like an advertisement. And then the fight week schedule, nothing for Tuesday, nothing for Wednesday. Damn it to hell. But there is going to be the final press conference that will be taking place at the Toshiba Plaza, which is right in front of the T-Mobile Arena. So it's outdoors. All right, that's going to be open to the general public, the final press conference, as is the weigh-in 24 hours later. That's going to be later on in the afternoon on Friday. So I don't think I'll be able to make it to the press conference, which is whatever, but chances are I'm going to be able to make it to the weigh-in. And because it is outdoors and you don't have to walk through any metal detectors, you best believe I'm going to bring my phone and I'm going to be recording that motherfucker on a fucking selfie stick. So I'm going to get you guys some sort of footage of these guys hopping on the scale 24 hours before their bout. If you guys want to check out our YouTube channel, I posted a quick little short of basically like the employees like putting up the posters on the glass or the windows for the T-Mobile Arena. It's like basically the top half of the Barrios and Garcia poster. So I went down there. I went down there to check it out. I was like, oh shit, fuck yeah. This is kind of feels like they're building the ring kind of thing, right? So I'm like, well, let me get some sort of footage while I'm down here. So I saw those guys putting up the poster. I thought that was pretty tight. But make sure to check out that short. It's very short, just a few seconds of me recording them putting up the poster. But make sure to keep your eye out on our for our YouTube channel, because I'm going to be posting the weigh-ins. I'm going to make it down there somehow. I got a long ass selfie stick. I'm going to be holding it up there to get above as many other people as I possibly can to check out the weigh-ins. So keep your eyes peeled for that. All right, Andrew, I will bring you in here now. Before I get to my prediction here, let's go ahead and get crack-a-lagging with yours here, right? We usually do our studying, right? We watch a couple of fights and so forth, and we kind of come to this conclusion ourselves. Number one, I don't know if this is going to change your prediction or not, but would you like for me to let you get your prediction off first, and then I tell you the odds, or would you like the odds first, and then we get to your prediction?
You can run with the odds. It won't change anything, but it will help me make a bet for someone.
All right, fair enough. Okay, so headed down to the MGM Grand, they have, and mind you, I don't think. Well, when I asked at that moment, they did not have prop bets; they weren't available yet. Although when I did ask, they said chances are we might get some closer to the fight. So all the bets that I got here are just a straight money line, no props at all. At least not yet. There might be some later on, and hell, I might even post some on our YouTube channel. But MGM. Ryan Garcia at minus 250, with Mario Barrios being plus 200. Every other spot that I went to has that exact same one, but the only difference is going to, I think it was the Mandalay Bay. Let's see here. They have Barrios at plus 210, with Ryan Garcia being minus 270. And the only quote unquote prop bet that I was able to find, which there weren't many, is the over under, basically minus 140 for the over, and the plus 120 for the under. That's 10 and a half rounds. So all right, Andrew, let me know. Let's sound off. Let me know what you're thinking.
What's up, dude?
Well, catch you off guard there.
Yeah, well, whatchamacallit, I'm seeing a little on the, but I just go to AI. It sucks. They used to give you fucking websites to go to. Now it just gives you something to read. I like the websites better. Whatever. Look, I know when I got started, I was telling you guys that I didn't like Barrios's attitude
Hmm.
going into this fight. Was picking Ryan early. Um, I think I've changed my bet.
Mm.
Um, Look, after watching the Pacquiao fight over, I honestly think Al Heyman was saving Manny for Floyd and didn't want to give him a defeat. I actually switched that up. Remember, we at first I thought they couldn't give him another title because at some point he was going to start overshadowing Floyd, right? How
Hmm.
could they
Hmm.
pay both guys?
Hmm.
But man, the fight when I broke the fight down yesterday, just to see what Barrios, what I felt he could get away with against Garcia. He put on a hell of a fight against Manny. Now I know Manny's old, but Barrios stuck to a game plan and I thought was successful in defending his title. We have to remember Barrios was the champion going into the ring that night.
Hmm.
And he went. If you watch the last two rounds, Barrios absolutely wins the last two rounds of this fight. He really starts giving it to Pacquiao. But that's not what impressed me. What impressed me was his discipline in the game plan that Bob Santos had laid out for him. Keeping his hands high, keeping the right hand at home, knowing Manny's left would be there. And that played big, Miguel, because that's all Ryan has is the left hook. And that's what I was really watching that fight for, was to see how many times Barrio got lazy when that hand starts dropping, right?
Mm.
There's very few times that right hand comes down, dude. Now his left hand comes down. But and I think it's because round one, it looked like Manny's speed got to Barrios early in round one, and he did this and never looked back, right? Or at least did this, and he's gonna need that same game plan tomorrow night with Garcia, because when I watched Garcia's fight, you guys, I'm talking rounds go by, and this dude throws under 5 right hands. Rounds go by. Ryan was so fucking one dimensional in that Romero fight. When he got dropped, he got lost. And he wasn't listening to Derek James and he wasn't listening to anyone. He was trying to go back to his bread and butter, jab left hook or straight left hook off a counter. That's all he's doing. He has to change that. When I watched that fight, Miguel, I'm like, there's no way he's going to beat Barrios. Barrios is so fucking disciplined. Look at how he stood up against Manny. Manny's throwing combos. Manny's coming from hella different angles. Yeah, did he do it as many times as he used to do it? No, not at all. But when he does it, Barrios was able to defend himself. Well, tomorrow night, or
Saturday night.
excuse me, Saturday night, he might only have one punch coming at him. And the kid really doesn't throw it no other way. He doesn't have the Oscar left hook / uppercut. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say that. So, two things right out there. I'm thinking. Number one, Ryan's excuse of his hand being fucked up. I don't know if I call it excuse, but he did have surgery shortly after his right hand, right after that fight. So I don't know if that had anything to do with whether or not he threw right hands in that fight with Rolando. Number two, he's orthodox, right? He's right-handed, which means that his left hand is closer to Barrios than Manny's, because Manny was coming from back here. So I wonder if that distance would be what's the word, like, wouldn't give Barrios enough time to react. I like the fact that he was keeping his right hand up, but I don't know, it's something about him dropping that left, because Garcia's left hand, he's orthodox as well. It's going to be closer to him, right? And that's his quick butter, bread and butter. I don't know if that hand being closer to him is going to shorten up the reaction time for Barrios. He can do it more so for Manny, because Manny is obviously slower, and his left hand is further away because he's in southpaw stance. Do you think that would be a factor? Like, maybe his left hand, Garcia's, will be able to get him because it is closer to him. That makes sense.
And if it does or doesn't, that doesn't matter. As long as Barrios is catching it, right? He can't get hit flush with it. If he has his hand high, yeah, the left hook's gonna land. Of course it's gonna land. But I like the way that Barrios was able to basically nullify Manny's left hand by keeping a very good foundation of his hands up, at least his right hand staying high. He's going to use that on Saturday. Watch for him to do the same thing on Saturday and basically start playing catch and counter, right? And I'm going to tell you something. His jab is going to show up on Saturday night. His jab beat the hell out of Manny Pacquiao. I'm talking 3 jabs at a time, 2 jabs. It was almost always over a single jab. He was throwing either double or triple jabs. That's how he was keeping Manny at bay. He kept flicking that jab. He didn't want Manny to get into that little, where he jumps in and throws those quick combos. Yeah. He was sticking them with the jab. He counters good. He does a lot of things good where Ryan only has the one left hook, right? And I don't even call it great right now because Romero made that thing look so amateur too because everyone knew it was coming. Even, dude, what the hell is the announcer? Jim Lampley is he's got to set it up. You can't just throw it. He's saying this during the fight. Like, that's how amateur Ryan's starting to look by the end of this. I'm going to tell you, he got dropped. When he gets up, he starts getting manhandled. Raleigh pushes him around, turns him over, throws him in the ropes. It's just looks like he's roughing Ryan up, messes up Ryan's hair. You know how guys, they comb their hair, they hate their hair getting messed up, bro. Yeah. I'm just saying, Mario should do all of that when he's in close with them. I would even give him a shoulder. Let him know he's in a fight, right? Try to get him out of his game plan because I tell you what he's going to do. Jab, left hook. Jab, left hook. Left hook. Left hook. Jab, left hook. Like, it was, oh, dude, it was it. Ryan is going to get exposed for the last time on Saturday. This will be it for him. I think this is why De La Hoya and them put him in the ring with Barrios. Ryan took the bait. They took a patient fighter, a defensive first fighter, a fighter with a good jab, and they're putting him in to expose Ryan for the final time. I believe De La Hoya and them, their matchmaking at Golden Boy, they did do their matchmaking homework on this one. They're looking for Ryan Garcia to get knocked out on Saturday night. He's going to get broken mentally, and then late he will quit in this fight. Mentally, Ryan is going to give up because he's just going to want out. He almost did it against Romero. He checks out big time late in that fight, not throwing punches, keeps flinching. Oh, he flinches so much in that fight. He's nervous about the left hook to the body. He's nervous, and he keeps turning his whole left side, exposing it. Watch for Barrios to throw that right hand to the body. If Bob Santos and them are catching how he's scared to get hit back on that liver shot, they're going to go after that early to get him to turn, start throwing the right hand to the body. I'm telling you this, you guys, I know I was confident early on about Ryan's left hook. I'm not too confident about the left hook no more. He needs someone to come at him. He needs someone to be face first. If they really wanted it, they would have put him in the ring with like Pitbull, dude. He would have knocked fucking Pitbull probably out because that beautiful left hook is going to land on the sweet chin when that dude's coming in like this, right? That's what they should have looked for when they're trying to get Ryan, because it is a thing of beauty. That left hook naturally thrown is a thing of beauty. It's like this is an A+, his right hand is an F. His right hand it's a bow and arrow punch. His right hand comes at a clubbing. It is nothing like the left. Now, I heard you say he could have been injured. Maybe it was an injury. We'll see if it comes. But I could have swore, even if you watched the Haney, everything that was coming off was off of the left hook. He's all about the left hook. Watch Barrios and Santos. Hey, you know what I liked about Santos too in that fight? I don't know if we talked about it. he kept telling Barrios, don't fucking respect this guy. He said it like that. It's not just me. He was telling. Oh, am I getting too loud?
No, hasn't cut off yet. Yeah, I'll let you know. As of right now, it has not cut off. So
Yeah,
trust me,
sorry, you guys.
if it does,
breathe. We're gonna have breathing moments.
we're gonna have like those what is it, yoga, like hassa, hassa. Let's go ahead and exhale, Andrew. Exhale. No, but you won't get into live, so you're good.
All right, but yeah, dude. No, I'm leaning heavy on Barrios right now to put an end to Ryan Garcia. Look, Ryan did fine in this. You've seen Ryan has grown a little in this fight promotion leading up to this fight. You know, but unfortunately, I don't think he still takes boxing as serious as he probably should, right? He's like a poor man's Hector Camacho probably to this era, right? Where Camacho, I think if he would have put in more time in the gym instead of partying, he would have been way better than where he ever got to. And look at the level of greatness that he already got to, right? Ryan is a poor man's that, because I don't even think Ryan's going to ever make a 3-time world champ like Camacho did. And
he's already missed some of the weight classes from 135 to 140, not even that, 147 now. If he doesn't get it there, I mean, I don't know what weight class he's not going to get to fucking, you know, the level of championship status that Camacho did in any of the weight classes, because he's already missed 2 of them and, you know, didn't get a belt in those weight classes that he left behind.
I like in his mitt work videos, he is showing a right hand. So let's hope that he throws more of them. Unfortunately, we are creatures of habit. And I believe if Barrios is to get to Ryan early, like Romero did, he's going to fall back on the left hook and he's never going to remember about the right hand. And this where what comes into play is the father being the trainer. Is the father going to be able to talk him out of that moment? You understand, where he's got to tell him, you need to remember what you were doing. You need to remember that right hand. Tell him a combo where he's leading off maybe with the right hand so that he sets up that natural left hook motion and not a forced one. You see what I'm saying? But I don't have any confidence that his father is talking him out of that moment. I think if Derek James could not talk Ryan Garcia out of that moment with Raleigh fucking Romero, Mario Barrios is definitely going to have his moments with Ryan that he's going to need help in, and he will not have it in the corner. I lean more on Barrios again. So Barrios' size, he's much bigger. Raleigh Romero looked bigger than Garcia. Raleigh Romero is not 6 foot tall, right? Barrios is 6 foot. His frame is going to be a lot bigger than Ryan on that night. Stay with your hands high and stay heavy on that jab. The jab will land before the hook. If he can get Ryan out of the game plan, dude, I'm telling you, he folds him late. Look for Barrios to come on late in this fight.
All right. So I hear where the prediction is going, right? It seems as though you're leaning towards Barrios here. You said coming on late, so you think Barrios will be able to stop Ryan late?
Yes. Look, Miguel, whenever I'm going, this is what I tell the guys. Whenever I'm going for an underdog, I usually take my positive money and run, right? Only if I totally think I have the thing nailed, will I try to go decision, knockout, all that BS.
Yeah, lesson learned with
yes, sir. Shit. Yes, sir. No, because it's positive money, right? We're getting 200% back on our investment. So we go with the plus 200. So I'm going plus 200. If I had money, say taxes come back, we're rich, right? I would do 10, 11, and 12, most likely. Those rounds, I would put some money on those to see what the odds are.
All right. Well, that was very enlightening, because it did change, right? That was when I know that a lot of I guess the narrative out there, the general consensus is that Barrios is kind of looked at as the weakest of the champs. Of course, we have I forget his first name, but that Crocker young man that's a belt holder over there, IBF, I think it is. You know, we're kind of a little bit unfamiliar with him, right? So we don't know how good he is compared to the rest of them. I mean, we have a general idea, but I think people are more familiar with Barrios, and therefore why I think Manny decided to fight him, right? And that's why Ryan wants to fight him. It's like this dude has a belt. He's one of the weaker ones of the champ. I can get some recognition by, or one of the weaker champs of the weight class I'm in, and get some recognition at the same time by beating this dude. So I get that seems to be why Barrios keeps being chosen as an opponent here. Now, granted, he is the champ, right? So at the end of the day, you got to put some respect behind that because he is a belt holder one way or another. And that means something. Now, um, initially, I thought, you know what, they're gonna throw Ryan in there with somebody with one of these champs that they can just snatch the belt right off of, right? Which they pretty much tried to do with Rolly Romero, and that totally blew up in their fucking face. I thought that was going to be the case. I thought, Romero was going to get, smashed there. I mean, we all did, right? That was kind of, we saw how much of an underdog he was. I think it was like super stupid, plus 800 or some stupid shit like that. Not the case here. I guess maybe the bookies got smart. And they're like, oh, whoa, we can't be. Granted, that was for the vacant belt. This is Barrios as the active or the reigning champion. So initially, I thought, you know what, Ryan, Ryan, he's gonna grab this dude. He's gonna catch this dude. I think there's gonna be. Well, let me just go ahead and say I did also change my prediction as things happen, as more information pops up, and the fight approaches. There's three primary reasons why I think Barrios is actually going to defend his belt here. Number one, I've heard this pretty regularly. I've heard from a lot of different people, a lot of different content creators, and even fighters themselves. The fact that Ryan left Derrick James, right, and everybody else, fucking who else? Trying to think, Goosen, right? He's with his pops, right? His dad is going to be his trainer. Everybody's talking about how like not difficult the training camp is going to be, or has been with his pops. Like, I don't think his dad is pushing him to that level to where he's going to put him in these uncomfortable positions during training camp. Like, I think the training camp went pretty easy. And that's not a good thing. Training camp does have to be difficult, right? It has to be, if not also preparing you physically, it also prepares you mentally. It pushes you, to your boundaries, to where you're like, damn, this is difficult. I'm going to make this difficult so the fight isn't as difficult. Or if the fight does get as difficult, I know how to get out of this position XYZ. I think he's just frankly, too comfortable with his pops. I'm not sure if his dad pushed him, honestly, and during training camp. One of the things that makes me believe that was the fact that Ryan got fined, that missing the deadline for the weight. I wonder if they just kind of slacking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got fined for not making that 14-day weigh-in. I think he weighed in the day after, maybe the day after that, but he got fined because he missed the deadline. He did make the weight, as I understand it, but he missed the deadline. That's lack of discipline. Maybe dude is just taking it off like, fuck, I need to sweat off a couple more pounds before I do it. I needed a little bit extra time. Was totally okay with forking up the 5K, not a big amount of money. But when you miss that deadline, I'm like, yo, that looks like maybe he might not be, putting in the effort in training. He's just too comfortable. So one being, the fact that it seems like maybe training camp is going a little too easy. Maybe it's not pushing him to his limits. Number two, the weight. He's a big dude, right? We know we kind of had that issue with the Devin Haney fight, coming in heavy, and him missing the deadline for this weight here. Now, here's the thing. You mentioned a few things about Barrios and his defense, right? I'm not sure if Henry, right? His dad's name is Henry, is going to be able to give Ryan the mid-fight instructions to adjust when the fight isn't going his way because he slacked during, training camp, just with his fucking videos or whatever. And he goes back to his corner. I suspect we're gonna get a Teofimo Senior moment. Like, bro, what the fuck? Where's that left hook? We threw it a whole bunch of times. Like, I don't think he's going to be able to give him the proper instructions in the corner because I just don't think his dad is that knowledgeable. It's like, yeah, I'm sure to some degree he is, but enough to get him to that elite level to be able to become a champion. I don't think so. I suspect that he's gonna be lost, especially that second half of the fight. I don't think Barrio stops him. I don't think Barrio stops him. I think they do go the full 12 rounds. I don't think it's gonna. It something about the timidness of Barrios that it's just. It's almost like for whatever reason that killer instinct isn't there for whatever the fuck reason. I don't know. It just seems like Barrios doesn't do that. But even with that, I think that's going to be enough to hold on to his belt because I know a lot of people don't like this mentality, but if you're the challenger, you kind of have to go in there and take it. You kind of do, you know. I know people like to think that the belt's just up for grabs, you know, when you're in there, but oftentimes the judges don't see it that way, and they tend to lean towards the champion in the close rounds, and I think that's going to end up happening here. Now, I think one of the last factors is kind of sort of leaks into the second story, but I'll get to that in a little bit. But it has to do with Ryan's last fight with Oscar. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's going to get the benefit of the doubt from the judges just because he's on the way out of Golden Boy Promotions. But leaving that aside, because we're going to talk about it on the next topic here. But I think he's going to be lost. He's going to be so fucking lost, especially the second half when that left hand isn't working, when Barrios is able to just basically catch it every single fucking time. Now, mind you, my only concern, my primary concern from Barrios is if he leaves the body open. Ryan throws that left hook to death, right? But he did drop Luke Campbell with it. That's how he finished him, I believe, when you dropped it to the bottom. And Barrios was dropped. I think it was dropped to the body. I'm not sure by was it Gervonta? Gervonta hit him to the body. I think Gervonta hurt him to the body. I could be wrong on that one, but I could have sworn he kind of hurt him to the body a little bit. But anyway, that was at 140, regardless. So that's only my only concern is that maybe hand comes up a little bit too high, leaves the ribs a little bit too open, and Ryan can catch him to the ribs with that left hook. But that being said, if he doesn't do that, if he keeps that defense tight, especially on his left side, or right side, am I tripping? Which side would it be? If they're both orthodox, right? It would be, what would it be? His right hand, Andrew?
Yes.
Okay, cool. His right hand. So that's what I was talking about, right hand. So anyway, so yeah, so that's kind of my thing that I think Barrios is going to be able to pull it out. If for nothing else, it's just him having a much tighter defense. That game plan is going to take him way into the fight, deep into deep waters, I guess. And I don't think that Ryan has the experience, and his corner won't have the experience to make the adjustment to say, okay, that left hook is not working. We got to do something else. What do we practice in? What do we train in? What do we do that to switch it up mid-fight because that left hook isn't working? I think they're going to have a Teofimo Senior moment, and they're not going to know what the fuck to do, which leads me to believe that Barrios is going to keep his belt. I don't think he's going to hurt Garcia. I don't think he's going to throw as much, even though, you see them face off at the press conferences, and he's much taller, right? He was taller than Manny, and he didn't do much. I know that Manny situation was a little bit different just because, we're talking about Manny here, but I just don't think Mario is gonna go to that degree. I don't think it's gonna turn it to that next level to go after Garcia, but he's gonna do enough to keep his belt. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm leaning towards Mario Barrios as a decision. One of the judges might be a little goofy and is going to give it to Ryan. So I'm gonna say it's going to be a split, but I think Mario Barrios keeps his belt, and yeah, defeats Garcia, being the spoiler, because there's a lot of other stuff that we're going to talk about a little later on with what happened with Ryan Garcia if he decides to move on. But yeah, I'm going to go with Barrios by split decision on that one. I don't know what did you what do you think? Do you think you think Mario can pull it up? He can turn it up to that next level to get that, whatever it's called, like that killer instinct, right? So like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, now it's time to turn it up. He can't do shit to me. I've tasted his power. He can't do shit. Boom, turn it up. Something about Mario. I'm not sure if he has it in him to turn it to 11.
Yes, look, depending on how you scored the Pacquiao fight, I'm sure there's some Barrios fans out there that think that man won it when it was that night one, right? They didn't need to rewatch the fight. I think Mario has shown up a few times in his career, right? He even has a win over a very talented Ugas, right? A big Ugas. So Barrios is going in there with the being the more experienced fighter, being the champion, and putting on a very good performance against a legend like Manny. It was a close fight. I had it 116, 112 when I rewatched it. I do have some rounds in there that I put are close rounds, but I ended up giving them 1-1, I believe. So I don't know if it really does affect the scorecard. Um, it was just a matter of he's just not the guy that to take Manny's last defeat, right? That wasn't going to be Manny's going away fight. I think Al Heyman had something else in mind for him. So Barrios just needs to fight his same game plan. I swear to God, that's how good the game. That dude, his jab, right hand is a thing of beauty. He's tagging Manny. He's bigger than Manny, and he's catching Manny coming in. You know, Miguel, how the PBC took this away from him, and I seen it. It's late. It's the last 10 seconds of a lot of those rounds. Barrios allowed Manny to do that fucking flurry, and all the Manny Pacquiao fans in the arena stand up, they cheer, and you hear the announcers, "Oh, that right there might have took the round." You know how they do it, bro. And hey, you know what? I was doing it too on that night, right? Because I was giving Manny rounds that night that I didn't see him winning yesterday. And yesterday I was looking for Barrios's weakness, and I come away thinking he's gonna win. Think about that. I'm going in looking for the weakness. I come out thinking he's gonna stop Ryan Garcia. He was doing something nice. And hey, man, I'm telling you, the jab right hand, the defense, he's bigger than him. He has a better trainer, right? Santos is no rookie in this anymore, and this might be Santos's coming out party too with him and if him and Barrios get this pulled off in the way that I think they are, they're gonna do just what Raleigh did, but better, because Raleigh failed in the fact that he did not press Ryan. At the end of that fight, when he had Ryan broken mentally, Ryan had no left hook. His left hook is more like a whiny little brat. It's not a punch anymore. It's more like fuck this fight. You know, that kind of kid. He should have went after him. And I liked how Santos was fucking telling Barrios to go after him. Barrios does. Watch the last two rounds, 11 and 12, bro. Santos is like, fucking don't respect him. I was like, because that's what we were kind of saying. Like, he gave him too much respect. You know what I mean? He was treating him like a legend. Well, his trainer is drilling him in the corner not to do that. They're gonna go after him late in this fight. Look, you guys, I got some prop bets. You guys, you want to know the prop bet that I think is the most interesting right now, Miguel?
Let me hear it.
Both fighters go down.
Whoa.
Plus 750. Come
Both
on,
fighters
now.
hit the canvas, huh?
Both fighters hit the canvas. Come on now. They both have already.
Yeah, they have.
Probably more than once.
Yeah, well, I mean, he went down. Barrios went down against Ramos. Barrios went down against Gervonta. Yeah, and we know, Luke Campbell with Ryan and with Gervonta and Rolly, everybody else.
Slow pitch softball, but you hit it out the park. Yes, sir. He has been. Yeah. They've both been down twice in there. Hey, you guys, plus 750. Hey, I'm not saying your rent money, but if you got a little extra gambling money, that might be the bet of the night. Now you're just cheering for motherfuckers that hit the camera. Can you imagine if one hits early, bro? Oh my God. Anyways, I like that.
Like I don't care how the second one happens. I don't care if it's a slip and they accidentally call it like a knockdown. I don't give a shit. It's like, yeah, he's down. His glove touched the ground. No, it's a slip. His glove touched. I don't give a fuck.
Yes, sir. So I like that bet. All right. Over unders 10.5 rounds. They have it over at minus 130.
Mm.
So you're going to get plus, I'm guessing plus 130 on the under, and you're getting 11. You're getting until 1 minute 30 seconds of the 11th round. That's what you're getting there. So that's a decent. I mean, it's plus 130. That's decent. If you're going for the under, and then for knockout, Garcia by knockout is plus 138. Barrios by knockout plus 550. Let's go.
Oh, damn. He that's a slippery slope though. Fuck. I don't know. Shit.
That's where the greed kicks in when you're at the.
It hit me, yo. It hit me. I was like, there's no way Figueroa is knocking out Ball. Fuck this. He's gonna be decision. Boom, decision. And then in the 12th round, no less. Good lord. But we've all, I'm sure we've all, as a matter of fact, what the hell? I think it was also it hit me, as a matter of fact. Before with Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua, I put money that Ruiz was going to last 6.5 rounds. It was not 6.5 fucking rounds. God damn it. He ended up finishing. The damn referee happened to I was like 10 seconds or 30 seconds short or something like that, but the referee stopped it. Anyway, all right. Damn. They both hit the canvas, huh? Wow. Oh man. Okay. But if Barrios hits the canvas and he goes down, let's say, so I guess it doesn't matter, huh? Because I'm thinking, I don't know if Ryan lets this motherfucker off the hook if he drops him. That's what I'm saying, so he'll have to it's almost like Barrios would have to drop Ryan first and then Ryan drops Barrio, because I'm not entirely sure if Ryan lets Barrios off the hook if he drops him. So it's almost like Barrios would have to get dropped second. At that point, nobody gives a fuck if the fight continues or not. Damn.
I just like, that's a lot. That's a good reward for that bet. $850 on $100. That ain't bad. That's not a bad bet. And I liked the odds of both of them going down in this one. Look, taking the under on 10.5. They're lucky it's snowing. Let me tell you, they shut down the 80. They shut down all the freeways going to Reno the last days.
Yeah,
everyone got stuck out there. All the people at the ski resorts are still at the ski resort, probably. They shut it all down. That's how fast that fucking snow came. We seen the skies making the squares in the sky. Those chemtrails or whatever.
Oh yeah,
those guys. We've definitely seen it, bro. Miguel, it's hella funny. It's like they told us the storm was coming right on Sunday. That's why we took off. We were out there for Valentine's Day. We come home Sunday. They tell us the storm's coming Monday, right? Why is there fucking jets in the sky throwing up squares? Isn't it weird? And these aren't. It's not like it was just an airplane going straight, and you're like, well, maybe that's just the jet and the temperature up there. No, dude, he's making fucking squares, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And then it's gonna spread and touch, and there's your cloud.
Hey, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
I think they're saying 100 inches in like a few days. It works. Anyway, it's snowing. They're lucky it's fucking snowing, but this is what I got, you guys. Take this for my gamblers. I like the under 10.5 because it's giving me 11.5, basically 1 minute and 30 seconds of the 11th round. I'm going to take both fighters get dropped for plus 750, and then I take Barrios by knockout. I don't know if I could parlay all this. I don't know.
No, that would be like a hell of a fucking half court shot, yo. To get all those though.
I had a $5 one for $3,000 for three fights this last weekend. So but it was 3 individual fights because these are props. I don't know if they'll let me butt them all up to each other. But I definitely like Barrios to win this fight. That's for my guys that are just looking for the straight up bet. If you're a gambler, you're going for that 550 because he has the experience and he has the offense to beat a fucking one-dimensional Ryan Garcia. and Ryan looked pretty one-dimensional without his PED in him. Sorry, I
Mhm.
have to bring it up, Ryan, but
Yeah.
you haven't. And the Oscar Duarte fight, isn't that the fighter that I think is a face first coming right at you?
He is.
Left hook is gonna land, right?
Hmm.
And that's what I mean, you guys. That's what Oscar. That's when they're matchmaking for their boy.
Hmm.
This fight, that ain't the style you want.
Mm-mm. No, it's gonna be. I almost think like it's like Teofimo and Jermaine Ortiz, like those that like didn't actually come forward necessarily. He had to go look for him, and Sandor Martin. Those kind of fights that became difficult for Teofimo because he didn't have the guy coming to him. Basically, he kind of had to chase him himself. So um, I don't know this one. I was thinking about that. I was leaning in that direction, like as opponent wise, like as far as Barrios not being the kind of guy that comes forward necessarily. There are times where he does, but not as much to where that Ryan would be able to just kind of let him walk into shit. I don't think Barrios is that kind of guy. I had another point here though to make. Well, I guess maybe it might be on the second topic, without having to jump on that second topic there, because it kind of has to do with Ryan no longer being with Oscar, but that'll be kind of like the next story. Um, all right, so all right, that sounds good. I'm down with that. As I mentioned, I will be heading back down to the T-Mobile Arena. Well, I guess it's the little plaza outside on Friday for the weigh-in. So I will check out the odds one more time, see if they got more prop bets or something like that, and seriously debate putting some money on Barrios there. I don't know. It just he was plus 210 one place, plus 200 somewhere else. I don't know if the odds will change between now and then. We're talking about a few more days here. But yeah, damn it, that one I put on my TV here in the background Barrios and Pacquiao, so I can kind of focus on those last few rounds. um do you think, because here's the thing, the with Santos. Oh, by the way, I don't know if Bob Santos is going to be. I mean, I assume he's in the camp, but it's Goosen who's the primary trainer, right? So he's going to be there. So I don't know if Goosen's going to have that same. I mean, he's done it before, right? Where he kind of like urges his
Oh, you're
opponent, push him. But I think Santos will still be part of the team. I don't think he's just completely out of the fucking question, right? I mean, it's still going to be Goosen regardless.
That's true though. Why would they even have brought in someone not in though?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Do you think Goosen will be able to pull that same out of Barrios that Bob Santos did when he was telling him, dude, don't fucking. Because here's the thing, we can understand why Barrios was hesitant against Manny because it's fucking Manny.
That's
He's not.
right.
I don't think he's gonna be fucking hesitant against Ryan because it's fucking Ryan, for crying out loud. So it won't take as much of that, like what Bob Santos is doing. Like, dude, stop fucking respecting this guy. I don't think it'll take that much. Goosen might have enough of that just to be like, "Yo, what's going on? Are we gonna throw down, or what the hell, dude? Because what do we come here for? Are you gonna let this motherfucker go? Take your belt away?" But I think Goosen has enough, right? It was Goosen in Corrales' corner, right? When Corrales kept dropping his fucking mouthpiece and against Castillo, saying like, "Yo, get this shit, get this shit." Um, yeah.
This is Goosen is a different trainer back then. Goosen is he has a home where the guys grow with him. Corrales kind of was with him for a while before that Castillo fight,
Mm.
right? Um, this is a first fight with them. I fucking totally forgot he went with Goosen, dude. What happened to Bob Santos? That's a question that if you can find even through a media member, just so we have the answer to that. Where's
Mm.
Bob Santos? If he's there, and if he's not there, what happened between them two? Because I could have swore they were together for a few fights. That's hella weird.
Yeah, they were.
They were. Yeah,
Mhm.
because I kind of remember seeing Santos. He's like he does a few fighters. He's just like the quiet one, right? But
Mhm.
he's always there on TV. You're like, hey, he's still around. So, anyways, yeah, I don't know if I trust Guzin, bro.
No, you don't think?
No, now it doesn't change my outcome
Uh-huh.
of the fight because I think uh, I just believe that Barrios is a better overall fighter than Ryan's left hook. because unfortunately, that's all Ryan has shown us in his last fight against Romero, where he needed everything else. Injury or not, I'm not going to go off. If he's injured, then fucking he's going to show me a right hand that I've never seen in this next one. Watch you knock him out the right hand.
Exactly. Like the cleanest 1-2 shots you'll ever fucking see. A jab setting up. It's like exactly what Lampley was saying. You got to set it up. It's like, oh yeah, I'll set this up. I'll set up with the jab and then bam.
It's not even as fast as the left. It's so bad.
No, it really isn't. Yeah.
Yeah. There's so two different worlds, those punches for him. But anyways, Guzin's gonna bring it. I just don't know the chemistry that they have in fight number 1. Right? I don't know if Guzin knows the buttons to push. He knows what to say. That's still very green. Hopefully Santos is in that corner to where if things do get to a point, maybe Santos can jump in and talk to Barrios. Don't know if it'll be needed though. This is all about what Garcia we're gonna see. Are we gonna see? But honestly, the best night the kid had was on a dirty test, a fight that he came in 3 pounds overweight. So I got to get.
Thank you for bringing that up. Okay. That's one of the other things that actually the point that I was trying to get to earlier. The fact that he missed the deadline for the weight. He got fined the $5,000. As I understand it, he made the weight, but he made it late because he missed that 14-day deadline. Are we looking at like him, maybe, or Ryan possibly trying to pull off that same bullshit that he did against Devin, like coming in heavy again? Maybe not so much because this is 147, right? What was the what was the weight limit? Was it
140? No, it was 140, bro. And then he came in at 143.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But no, that's been talked about. This first missing of the weight, is that a sign of what's to come? You know what I mean? I can't see a pound giving him that sort of advantage. 3 pounds is different. Especially when done right. Even like Rolly Romero, they're saying how he looked at 147 when he fights Ryan.
Yeah.
That's the guy who put on the muscle correctly. You know what I mean? And that's what I think Ryan did to Haney when he comes in 3 pounds overweight. It wasn't 3 pounds of fat. It wasn't, oh, darn, missed the scale.
Right.
I thought I was on point. Must be the thing was broken or something. No, that dude came in weighing 143. That's what he want. That was his set point. You know what I mean? That was what he was trying to go for, and he succeeded, and he confirmed that when he said Floyd Mayweather told me to come in 3 pounds heavy, and then he fucking comes in 3 pounds heavy.
I pulled up what the weights were when they weighed in at the 14-day line. Well, I guess a little bit under for Ryan, but Mario Barrios was at 153, while Garcia was 154.2. So yeah, not that much of a difference, but that does mean they're still, or at least he is still 7 pounds away from.
Yeah, that's actually that's actually a lot more than I thought it was.
But it is the 14-day. It's a 14-day. So it was 2 weeks ago. I guess 2 weeks from the 21st. I guess is what I should say. But that is supposed to be, according to the WBC, no more than 5% above the 147-pound limit, which is roughly 155. So they were both under it. But 154.2.
Yeah. No, I must have read. I thought they were 150. Yeah, I think last week I was on.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I remember seeing that.
Okay.
Because I remember seeing the 150. So, or at least one of the two. I forgot if it was Ryan or Barrios. But again, this was some days ago. So I don't know. But what did they do? Did they gain the fucking couple of pounds? Was it earlier in the day, or what the fuck was that?
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
But do you think Ryan would try to pull that shit off again? Do you think he's going to try? Because it just seems strange because he missed the deadline, right? So I'm thinking it's one of two things. Number one, he's trying to keep on as much weight as he possibly can and then deplete himself to stay as heavy as he could come fight night, or that something's going on with his training camp that he's like, fuck, I'm going to miss the weight on the 14-day. Give me an extra day. I'll pay the fee or whatever. I'll just sweat it off or whatever. So something went wrong in the game, in camp, that led him to miss the deadline, or he's deliberately doing it because he's going to try to pull out that same shit that he did with Devin Haney.
Good question. I don't know which one, what the right answer is, because they both can be true. It could be that I'm dead serious that Ryan was just lazy that morning and didn't feel like getting up, and $5,000 really isn't shit to him, or they were off, dude, and they were like, "No, you're gonna have to train before we get on the scale because we're not at the 5%." And it's very well could be that Ryan was on a treadmill while the WBC was waiting for him to get on the scale.
Yeah,
that's insane. If that's the story.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what it is. I mean, I don't know.
Miguel, we would have to see how late he was. Sorry to cut you off, bro.
No, you're fine. Yeah.
All right. We would have to see how late he was on getting Suleiman that picture, because if it's only like an hour or so, oh yeah, he was probably still training.
But let me see if I can find that. You keep talking. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's like in the middle of the day where he just blew the whole thing off, there'd be something different there. But I didn't even think about that he wasn't gonna make the weight at the time that WBC needed it, so he had to go. He was working out while they were waiting for him. Yeah, that's going to be insane. Look, I don't think he's going to come in 3 pounds heavy, though. Hell, if I'm Barrios, do you even go through with the fight?
Oh, damn.
I wouldn't.
No, I guess not, right? I mean, not if it's that much. Not if it's that much. That's kind of why, like, I was on the fence of rather, because, like, here's the thing, guys. I work Thursday and Friday, and I was going to go to one of these, either the press conference or the weigh-in. I think the weigh-in's more important. I'm going to, like, just, take some time off of work and head on down to the weigh-in because I was kind of on the fence. Let me know if this makes sense to you. I'm reading this article here. Ryan Garcia's 14-day weight check was supposed to be received this past Saturday, February 7th. WBC Mauricio Suleiman told Garcia's team on February 10th. Does that, like, the way that made it seem, it's like, does that mean that he didn't give it to him until the 10th? Because
say that one more time. It sounds like it was 3 days late, but say it one more time.
Yeah, let me see. He goes, and this is a quote: Ryan Garcia's 14-day weight check was supposed to be received this past Saturday, February 7th. This was obviously back then. WBC President Mauricio Suleiman told Garcia's team on February 10th. So on February 10th, Suleiman was telling Garcia's team, yo, we were supposed to get it on the 7th.
That's right.
That's what I'm understanding.
That's right.
Are you fucking serious? 3 days?
Yeah. Yes. And he's partying too much.
Son of a bitch.
He's not paying attention to dude. Who has the experience in his corner? Like, the Mick guy, never seen him before. You know what I mean? His dad is always just standing there doing this. He's not saying shit. He doesn't have any other fighters, anything. Dude, that tells me that was 3 fucking days late. That's huge.
Yeah. That's a lot, yo. Like, and I mean, he made the weight, but that, according to this little, and it's on the DAZN website, on the DAZN news. That's the way that that particular paragraph makes it seem, huh?
Suleiman's still bending over for these guys because that's why he fined them, bro. He was probably like, look, I'll wait. Give me the. He was like, Ryan, because he doesn't want to make anyone mad anymore. He's like, look, send me the weight when you can, but I have to. We're gonna do a little $5,000 penalty. That's $5,000 for 3 days. Anyone's writing that check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Oh man, that makes me wonder. That's what I'm thinking. Like, even, oh man, I guess we're gonna have to see how he looks come weigh-in day, huh?
Yeah, and that's weird because the young man looks like he's fucking chiseled. Stop putting on muscle, ding-a-ling. You might want to start eating just greens or something. Just do cardio for the next week. Bro, You put on too much muscle.
He's off ashwagandha or whatever it is,
it's not
Ryan.
fit. We can see it's not fit unless he's got some damn app going on where it's taking all of his fat away from his pictures. The kid looks chiseled already.
Mm-hmm. And he looks
Holy
stocky.
smokes.
He looks stocky. He looks like fucking built. You know what I'm saying? I mean, geez, that now I'm doubting. Well, let me see. So that was like 14. So February 20th. Well, I mean, he can still make it. It's not like he can't make it. But oh man, I don't know. That seems fishy. It seems
Dude,
either
3
he's doing it
days
deliberately.
later.
Yeah, either deliberately or something went wrong during camp, and he's not gonna look as good. Because I'm looking forward. I saw him. What was it? I think it was one of the interviews that he was doing with like Rick Reno or something like that. It might have been Rick, might have been Chris Mannix. I forgot who the hell it was. But sometimes when he looks too scrawny, you can see it in his, like, usually most fighters see it in their jawline, right, in their cheekbones and stuff like that. So I guess we'll have to see how he looks on Friday. But you best believe I'm gonna be there to record that shit and be like, all right, yep, my money's on Barrios. Do you think though that there's a possibility that Barrios doesn't go through with it? Like, let's say that Ryan does come in heavy and it looks like, and from what we've seen, he hasn't been as obnoxious and egregious as he was with Devin Haney, showing up to, partying and acting like a fool during the press conferences. I mean, he did a little bit of it here, but nothing over the top. I don't suspect he's going to do the same thing what he did with Haney and hop on the scale and drink his supposed beers or whatever it is he was drinking at the time. I don't think he'll be that over the top, but like if he comes in heavy and it kind of looks like maybe he did try to make the weight, but he came in heavy. Do you think Mario takes it at that point? Like if he looks at him and says, "Oh shit, this motherfucker is really drained," yeah, I'm taking it. I'm still taking the fight. Do you think if that's the case? Because I'm not saying if Ryan comes in the way he did with Devin, super obnoxious and doesn't give two fucks, I think maybe at that point Barrios like, no, we ain't doing this shit again. But if it looks as though he did try and he just didn't make it, I think Mario still takes it.
If he's 3 pounds over, I would not take the fight. We have to learn from others' mistakes. Mm-hmm. Don't be Haney part 2. That young man was called a bitch.
Yeah.
Right? They're taking him off the rankings, acting like he'll never be the same. No, we're not doing this. If we're not playing on a level playing field, then we're not playing at all.
Mm-hmm.
No way, dude. I'm learning off of Haney. I would never take a fight with the dirty fight. That one guy, there was a fighter not too long ago, took a fight on a dirty test. The one in the 140-pound Puerto Rican kid. Remember, he tested dirty. They still let the fight go on anyways. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing that type of shit. Not to my guy. No way, man. And nobody showed Haney love. They all still act like Haney fucking lost that fight. The shit says no decision. Everyone's like, yeah, we remember what Ryan did to you. Like, this shit is so fucking backwards.
Yeah, no, I do. I remember that. Yeah, it went. I mean, it went from like holy hell, Devin is the victim, to like, oh, what a bitch. He's like, go take him to court for the ass whooping. Like, just take the ass whooping like a man. And it's like, wow, damn, is that how we're gonna, how we're gonna look at Azteca? Like to that degree to where we're gonna be like, oh fuck, what? He's gonna sue his ass. He shouldn't have taken it. He should have learned from the Devin fight, homie.
Yeah. Oh. No, they should never have taken the fight because that's what they stood behind, right? Oh, well, you had a chance to get out and you didn't. So now we get out. We get out and maybe possibly sue after that. You know what I mean? I know I hate bringing up that word. Boxing, they don't really like that word suing, but I still believe when a young man incriminates himself the way Ryan Garcia did on his social media by putting out there he was on drugs, by putting out there that he was going to be 3 pounds overweight in fucking interviews before coming in exactly 3 pounds. Oh my God, I'm going to choke. 3 pounds overweight. I mean, come on, man. You know what I mean? This lawsuit wrote itself at that point. And we have to remember, for all you that think Haney took an O in that, could have swore Ryan pleaded guilty in the case. That's why there was no case, because he just pleaded guilty. Bill's the one that said that. Bill Haney. Oh, Bill Haney's the one that said that Ryan pleaded guilty in that case. So you are a cheat. You did cheat. You confirmed you cheated. and you paid for it in a lot of ways. So that was one of the best Ryan's looked. I don't think Barrios is a face first fighter. I think Barrios is going to be on his back foot. I think his defense is going to be on point that night because he knows the speed of the left hand that's coming. He stays behind a very good jab right hand counter on Ryan, and it will be a battle of the jabs because Ryan throws a lot of left hooks off of his jab, and he has a very fast jab also. It's just I just like Barrios' size and the way he throws his jab to land there first.
All right. So the next I guess topic sort of kind of has to do with that, but kind of sort of doesn't. This is kind of what I've read, right? That Ryan Garcia has said that this is his last fight with Golden Boy. After this, he is considered a free agent. I don't know if there's some sort of matching period that usually is, right? If like if another promoter comes in and wants to make an offer to Ryan, and there has to be some sort of matching period where Golden Boy can match it or decides to not match it. So considering this is Ryan's last fight with Golden Boy, or at least according to what he said, this is his last fight in the contract. Do you think the judges might not give him the benefit of the doubt that now that he will no longer have, like, it's almost like how, we talk about Al Heyman making the call to the judges sometimes, or like, oh yeah, that was Bob's judge. Is there one for Oscar saying like, yeah, this is the boot on the way out. Don't give him that round, or don't give him that fight. Like, is that a possibility? Are we going to get one of those judges that was Oscars saying, yeah, we're going to put this motherfucker against him. We're not going to put him against an Oscar Duarte type of guy to make him look good on the way out. We're going to put him a guy that's going to be difficult for him, so he looks like shit on the way out, pretty much. Is that a possibility?
Absolutely, it's a possibility. I don't see why a promoter would want a guy to look like he's the shit on the way out. Look at what Eddie Hearn did to Berlanga on his last fight. Put him in with some fucking janitor, right? Dude did 10 years in prison or some shit, comes out and gets a shot at Berlanga. What? That was a pathetic fight. That's what he made Berlanga look like. Pathetic, right? Now you can go. I think they're serving up Garcia with the defeat, a very embarrassing defeat on top of that if it's by stoppage. Oscar, you guys, don't be surprised you see him smiling at the end of this one. He won't do it in the ring, but he's going to get caught outside of that ring. Who was it? Wasn't it Floyd when he got hurt by Mosley? Oscar's fucking jumping out of the stands like Mosley just won the fight.
Yeah. In the background, hopping up and down. I remember that. Yeah.
Yes, he's fucking out of it, ecstatic, and he's supposed to be working with Floyd. Come on, Oscar. Don't show your true colors. It's not over yet, asshole.
Yeah. Right. Like, I can imagine Eric Gomez is like, not in front of the camera, motherfucker, shit. One of those kind of things. Like pulling on his fucking coat, like, sit dressed down.
Yes. Hell yeah, dude. I expect one of those moments. If Ryan Garcia is getting beat down, they're going to catch Oscar smiling in the background, because I don't think there's a fighter that he's probably want to get away from farther than Ryan Garcia as of recent, because of how toxic these two are now. I think it's probably even worse. Their breakup is going to be worse than the one with Canelo, because I don't think Ryan's going to be as successful as Canelo was, right? So he might have to bring up Oscar a lot more than Canelo ever had to.
Okay. So that's kind of what, like, part of the second topic here is that him leaving. So I guess really because here's the thing. We with the next topic that I'll get to again a little bit is the continuing legal battles between Golden Boy and Vergil, right? That he's out the door, well, almost, or trying to be, at least Vergil. Ryan is pretty much out the door because his last his fight, according to him, the last fight with the Golden Boy is his fight with Barrios. those are pretty much his stars, right? I mean, they're essentially gone. We've heard the talk of what the announcement that Golden Boy has moved to this Swerve TV streaming service, streaming app that nobody's ever heard of, to show it, to, like, move his video library and to have his fights aired on that particular streaming app. It just seems like, wouldn't it be in Oscar's best interest to try to hang on to Ryan? I mean, like, wouldn't he want to? I know things have gotten so fucking toxic between them, and at this point, it might just be better to just call it a day and end the relationship already. But he's running out of stars. No, I mean, he's gonna have Zurdo Ramirez against Benavides in May, but I mean, like, wouldn't it be in his best interest to maybe try to hang on to Ryan?
They're all running out of stars. I don't know if you noticed. Did you see the Matchroom announcement of DAZN, the 5-year deal they just struck?
Oh yeah,
with
that they
DAZN?
re-up. Yeah.
That's a terrible list of fighters that he has on that cover. I mean, there's AJ's there, but who else is really a star? He has fucking Diego Pacheco on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yeah.
Diego Pacheco? That's one of your stars you're bringing to DAZN? Who else did he? Dude, there's this, like, there's not. When I looked at Matchroom, I'm like, damn, Matchroom really don't have anything they're sitting on.
Well, it isn't. I mean, Shakur's with him, right? I mean, that means
Is he
something.
on that cover? Because
Oh,
he might have
shit.
just
Hold on.
signed one. He might have just signed one fight, bro.
Hold on. So no, I see. Let's see if I can recognize. Well, there's AJ, Dalton Smith, not a star, but Pacheco. Let me see here. Oh, Bam Rodriguez over here. Boots Ennis, Connor Ben. That's what I recognize. Let's see here. One of the Smiths brothers, I forget his name. One of the Smiths brothers, the English dudes, right? That fought Canelo. And then let's see who else. I think that's, as far as the ones that I recognize, like, immediately. That's pretty much it, I think. Okay. Wait, is that Josh Kelly? Josh Kelly, the one who just who beat Bakram. Yeah.
Yeah, and it took him a dozen years to get there. We can say that there's not too many stars on that list.
Right.
All right. He's got Boots Ennis. Boots Ennis is on the doorstep to becoming a superstar, but we don't know if he is or not yet. So yeah, they're not. Boxing's in a real weird time right now where it seems like, Miguel, once you become a certain level, you don't need a promoter anymore. You don't need a manager. Well, I don't know about manager. I don't know if all these guys still have managers on the side because they still do set appointments. But as far as a promotional thing,
So, well, don't let that appointments thing go. He's like, hey, they still have to send its appointments. They still need somebody to do that shit. No.
As far as a lot of these other guys, though, seem to be leaving their promoters as soon as they make it big. Mm-hmm. They want to do their own promotional company. They want to do 1-2 fight deals, 3 fight deals. Everything's small, you know? So I don't know what the future holds in that side of it. What I can say is Oscar needs to revamp his stable, right? Mm-hmm. So he needs to go out there and find all the young talent. Look, a lot of Oscar's guys, we've mentioned this many times, were not big amateur stars at all. And I'm talking Canelo Garcia. I'm talking Gilberto Ramirez. These guys did not come with huge backgrounds of being amateur stars. Yet look at where he was able to take all of them, right? Mm-hmm. So Oscar does know how to build somebody from absolute nothing. Kind of just need good skills and the right skin color, and he'll do the rest. You speaking Spanish? I'm speaking Spanish. We're going to the top, baby. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
You got a decent left hook? Cool. Let's go. I'll take it.
But so he needs to go out and find young talent again, and look. I don't know how the contracts are structured, you guys, but they need to structure these contracts where they're actually seeing money come back before these guys are able to just walk. I do not think it's fair that a fighter gets to bail out of his final fight of his contract because he's getting offered more money from another promoter. More power to him for getting more money, but how about we be professional be a true man to our word and fight out the contract that you signed. Not try to look for some schemy, skeezy, what's the word, slimy way out of it just so you can go run and sign with someone else because they're offering you more money at the time. And I don't know if they're offering them more money. Did you see the offer that was sent to Vergil from Matchroom?
I did. I saw. Let me see if I can pull it up here. But I did actually see it. That was the second part of that topic of Golden Boy and whatnot,
Yeah.
and his issues. Let me see if I can pull it up here. But I saw one that said a fight with Ennis. Right. That was like first and foremost what they were
16
trying.
million.
Well, I don't know if it was that one, but or a later fight. If I understood that specific thing correctly here. So, Vergil was offered a 3-fight deal by Matchroom, a deal that would include April 18th against Jaron Ennis, worth between 12 million and 20 million. Golden Boy sent Matchroom a cease and desist letter. Another fight guaranteed Vergil 16 million plus upside for the 3 fights. So, yeah, I guess that one specifically might be the one that's going to get him the most money, but overall across 3 fights, according to what it's saying, could be upwards to 6 million and more. So, but here's the thing though, like, how can Matchroom do this? Like, Vergil is still under contract. As far as I understand, like he can't even reach out to him. He can't start negotiating and shit like that. It has to be once that's broken, or his contract is done with Oscar or whatever, or this lawsuit is successful, which it hasn't been yet. It's still kind of, still in progress, right? So it's not like it's finished. But where does Eddie Hearn get off like sending this stuff? Like, yo, you can't be talking to this fool. He still is part of the contract. It's not like you can just offer him shit. I don't know. It seemed as though, was it like a collaboration saying like, all right, we can offer you this, as long as Oscar's involved because he's still your promoter.
No, I think they would back out of the fight with Oscar, dude. I think if he
Wait, what do you mean?
If he was to sign with Matchroom for an Ennis fight, I think then they pull Ennis until his last fight with Oscar is done. Why does Eddie have to make Ennis fight him right now? If I already know that Vergil Ortiz is coming to my stable after the fight with Oscar De La Hoya is over with, well, you'll fight Ennis after that. There's your big money, right? So then he just goes back to Oscar and goes, "Oh damn, Oscar, I guess the fight with Ennis fell through." Oscar goes, "What? What do you mean it fell through?" "Yeah, I don't know. They don't want to even fuck you. They don't want to. You guys double crossed me."
Oh, that's dirty. Shit, that's dirty. Wow.
Maybe that's what that restraining order is on Matchroom, or somebody being involved ever to sign for that fight. Maybe that's why he's trying to say, no, this is my fight. This is the fight that I want. I have him under contract. But see, at that point, I think Eddie can walk, dude. And Oscar can't get a judge to go, "No, Mr. Hearn, you have to fight Oscar's guy." What the fuck?
Yeah.
No, we found a better fight in the UK.
Yeah.
It's against what's that one Spaniard they all use? Martin
Sandor Martin.
Sandor Martin. That's who he'll be fighting next.
Right.
Fuck out of here.
Throw one of those guys in there.
Yep. And you'll see Oscar probably begging PBC or someone for somebody. Who does maybe Alex Rocha. Did they already fight? Did Ortiz already fight Rocha?
No. Well, I think Rocha's, at least last I remember, is a welterweight, but he'll move up to 154. I'm sure that won't be a problem.
I thought he did move up. Yeah, no.
Oh, shit, did he? I mean, he might have. I don't know.
Who cares? He is now.
Yeah, exactly. He is now. I mean, I don't think Oscar has much choice. It's like, yo, Rocha, I know you pulled out of our last fight, but can you want to move up to 154? I got to fight with you. I got to fight for you. Let me read this other quote that I saw, or this other post from Supreme Boxing in regards to more legal issues with Ortiz and Golden Boy. Let's see here. Vergil Ortiz and his legal team have filed a motion of opposition to Golden Boy Promotions' temporary restraining order in an effort to move forward with his career. In a 22-page filing filed with the U.S. District Court in the state of Nevada, Ortiz, and they put his record, has challenged Golden Boy's claim that his efforts to face Ennis without the company's involvement would cause irreparable harm. So I guess that's what the counter is from Ortiz's team, saying Oscar said, "Yo, you tried to move forward to this fight. Is it going to cause Golden Boy, I guess,
Of
irreparable harm?"
course.
And they're saying, "No, it ain't." In a meeting, the deadline to oppose Golden Boy's granted TRO, or temporary restraining order, in addition to his own counter lawsuits against Ortiz and manager Rick Meridian. Ortiz looked to have the order removed and for all parties to go their separate ways. Golden Boy now comes to court seeking a temporary restraining order to prevent Vergil Ortiz from agreeing to participate in a highly anticipated boxing match against Jaron Ennis, to be promoted by a third party, and not Golden Boy, I guess what they're saying. Greg Smith, lead counsel for Ortiz, stated in the filing obtained and reviewed by Boxing Scene, Golden Boy promotion plays the victim and claims that Vergil Ortiz's agreement for a bout against Mr. Ennis would cause Golden Boy irreparable harm. So I guess that's what this is saying. It's like it's Ortiz's counter saying like, yo, no, it's not going to cause your promotion irreparable harm, according to what he's saying there. But yeah, fuck yeah, it would. Of course it would, yo. It steals the fights right underneath his nose.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, it would.
Yeah. And what's even worst about this story is, Ortiz is not remembering where he came from. And what I mean by that is this young man's career, I thought, was over twice, and De La Hoya stuck it out with them. He was getting COVID. He was getting heart problems from COVID. He was passing out during training. They didn't even think he was going to ever fight again. Look at that man, stuck it. Kept telling us you were the best. Kept telling us you were the guy. You would be the champion. He made you all of that. And on the biggest fight of your life, can we just go our separate ways?
Right. I think we need to take a break. Oh, you need to take a break so you can go fuck the other promoter? Is that what you need to take a break for? So you don't want to make it seem like you're cheating on me? Bitch.
No.
Oh man. But what? Oh man. So it comes down to greed, because that's what I'm thinking. Like he's not the first person to have problems with Oscar. Like we're hearing it with Canelo, we're hearing it with Ryan, we're hearing it with a lot of other fighters that just have the problem. What something is going on there for them to be like, yo, I'm out of here. Maybe it very well is
it's
greed.
nothing but greed. Come on,
and it can't be anything else.
Oh, back in the day, they couldn't do this. Back in the day, you needed promoters because they knew reporters. They knew the newspaper. They knew how to get you on TV. They knew HBO, how to get you on there. Now, there's so many fucking outlets. There's so many ways to get yourself known. Your own Instagram can be your promoter.
Yeah.
You do need them until you make it big, and then you don't. And that date of when guys think they're making it big seems to be coming lower and lower. Now you win one title, you're like, yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah, right. You didn't bring me here. I'm out of here. It's like, what? You won one title, bro.
Yeah. And in Ryan's case, he didn't win any titles. He's like, fuck yeah, I'm out of here. Like, yo. You don't even have a strap. You don't even have the hardware. Take it easy.
Yeah. No, it's not a good place where boxing is at, and that stance. We'll see. A bunch of these guys are going to have to fail, right? Mm-hmm. But when you have guys out there like Turkey that are willing to buy these fights, these single fights, just to put on events, that kind of hurts the promoters that are trying to get long-term deals, right?
Yeah. So I guess back to the original question in regards to Oscar, is Golden Boy in trouble? I mean, they're losing the stars. They're on this weird app, this streaming service app that I've never heard of before. It seems like is this the end, or is this the beginning of the end? I mean, where does he go from here? I thought, I mean, maybe he did good by leaving the zone because we know the situation the zone is, but to land on someone like that, I mean, granted, he might be a big fish in a small pond with his other streaming service, but I mean, does this not look like he's in some serious trouble with Golden Boy here?
He's in serious trouble as far as he won't have a pay-per-view headliner for a minute. But it really depends on where his bank account is with Golden Boy Promotions. Will he be able to go out there in the next Olympics and sign the next few gold medal winners, next few silver? I mean, everything else kind of doesn't matter, right? It's gold or nothing.
Well, I mean, it does. We have
No, Richard Torres.
Davis.
Yeah, they got
right?
silver, and they don't even talk about it though. They don't. No one gets hyped up on a silver medal.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even Roy Jones, he had a silver medal. They were like, they used to talk about it being robbed, but they weren't like, what an accomplishment. Floyd's medal, they never really brought that shit up. Very early in the career, but not like if you're a gold medal winner, and when he retires, the gold medal winner. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And I was saying when they're announcing your name, that will always be announced with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just not the same. He needs to get a gold winner. Hey, listen, you guys, let me add a name. Vergil fucking Ortiz. Gilberto Ramirez, Canelo Garcia. All these guys are nobodies when you're talking about coming out of the amateurs with any push, any drive, right? He brought them all to this place. They all think they're better than him now. Go look at that, how that
Right.
works, right?
Do you think we're going to hear that maybe from Gilberto Ramirez soon? Like he's kind of the last one, right? I mean, like, do you think at some point, I mean, because it's going to be, oh man, let's say he fights and let's say he beats Benavidez. His next fight is going to be a big fucking fight. Do you think we're going to hear it from him at that point? Be like, oh yeah, I'm out here. Let's go to court. I'm out of this Golden Boy shit. I don't want to be on no Swerve TV.
Yeah. And Swerve TV, and you don't want to give them a percentage of the biggest check you have when in reality they don't really do anything for you. I'm sorry. I think we've said this many times to Oscar. Stop doing those fucking stupid posts with your chick in your fucking underwear, putting bananas down your pants, got a G-string on, put on the fucking what was it? The lace, the see-through thing that Berlanga threw at him. He put it on or some shit. Does a video in it.
The leopard print pant, the leopard print fucking G-string banana cannon.
He did it to himself in a lot of ways of why people want to distance themselves from him. If he played straight ball and acted like a fucking grown ass man, not some guy that wants to live life. Well, look, I smoke cigars and have my dick hanging out. I'm living life right now. Well, there you go. Weirdos are usually hang out on their own, and now you're by yourself. Hopefully your chick is as weird as you are. And I'm not even going to start clowning, but hopefully you two are just good together, because it seems like everyone else wants to get away from you. It's not how you do business. I do not believe that, because he made a lot of those men millionaires, right? It's freaking, I think everything else you have to deal with Oscar. And I'm not bullshitting you. I think 1 a.m. phone calls do happen. I'm sorry. I believe when he's partying, nobody's fucking safe. Hey, you're getting a phone call. What are you doing, fucker? Oscar, are you serious, bro? I'm training.
It's like, yo, like on the phone, like, I fucking told you, get back on Call of Duty. What the fuck, man? I've been waiting for you to log on.
I watched Chavez come in at 5 a.m. Don't be a bitch.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, I used to do this all the time. What the hell? Like, don't you ever watch my videos from 24/7s? Oh my. Fucking Oscar. Get your shit straight, Oscar.
Yeah, no, it's coming back to bite him in the ass, man, because they're not leaving him because he's not doing his job. He's doing his damn job, right? All those fighters I named are pretty high-ranked guys,
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else we want to add to that before we move on to the next topic?
Nope.
All right. So the next one here is in regards to a fight that we thought was going to happen, and then it didn't happen, and now it's happening. It's kind of weird. So when back in, was it May of last year, there was a double header. There was a fight. There was a PBC card. Caleb Plant taking on Armando Resendiz, and then there was if I can get the right one, Jermall Charlo against Lamana. And as long as Charlo and Plant won, they would go on to face one another, and that was kind of the understanding. Well, Charlo did his portion and won his fight right against Lamana, and well, Caleb Plant kind of didn't. It didn't turn out to be his night, and Resendiz pulled off quite the fucking upset, which was pretty badass. Actually, it was quite the performance going in there and taking it from Plant. And as that fight happened, and Resendiz came away with the victory, I thought, oh shit, well, you know what? We were gonna get Plant and Charlo, but now that Plant lost, let's go ahead and throw in Resendiz and Charlo. Why not? I'm down with that. I'd be down to watch that fight because I'm gonna be rooting for Resendiz. And then it happened. Not only did I later hear or slash read that we're gonna get Charlo versus Plant anyway, but it's like what the fuck? I haven't heard of Resendiz's name in a hot minute. Well, then we recently read reports that we're gonna get Resendiz and we're gonna get Jaime Munguia. Oh shit, fuck yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm down with that one. I'm totally down with that one. Well, it looks like we're not getting that one either, for fuck's sake. For whatever the hell reason, the most recent report that I saw on post on social media was that Jaime Munguia declined the fight. For whatever reason, Jaime Munguia said no. And it appears as though the direction Resendiz is going to go is going to go right back to the road not taken last year with Charlo. It looks like we might get Charlo and Resendiz, which, quite frankly, I'm totally okay with. Let me go ahead and pull up this poster that I found online here. While I pull it up here, Andrew, what did you think when you first initially heard that we're not going to get Resendiz and Munguia?
It was too good to be true.
Oh, damn it.
What a fucking fight card it was going to be, bro. Munguia, Resendiz, and Benavidez and Ramirez. Too good to be true. Now, the question is Charlo Resendiz going to be on the undercard still?
Oh, that I don't know.
Damn, man, they're ruining everything.
No kidding. Let me pull this up here. So I found it. It says, according to ESPN, Jose Armando Resendiz and Jaime Munguia failed to come to an agreement after opening talks to fight on the May 2nd Benavidez and Ramirez undercard. Right? All right. So that was previously what was reported. Now, a report came out afterwards that made it seem as though we're going to get Resendiz and fucking Charlo. So it says Jermall Charlo versus Armando Resendiz for the WBA title to be announced on Thursday, so tomorrow, after Jaime Munguia declined to fight Resendiz. So I guess as of right now, the word is that we're going to hear the announcement of Charlo and Resendiz tomorrow, and I'm assuming maybe tomorrow they're going to also announce whether or not it's going to stay on the undercard of Benavidez and Ramirez. So I don't know. As of right now, I'm not entirely sure if the fight's going to stay on there. It would be tight if they could leave it on there. I'd be down for that regardless. We're going to get Resendiz on Cinco de Mayo weekend. But yeah, I'm assuming tomorrow when the fight is officially announced, or at least that's the word, then we're going to know more about it. But why not? I certainly hope they don't, remove it, because why not? I mean, it's going to be, I'd be down for this one. This is, if I hope they're not like going to try to do their own PBC pay-per-view bullshit on this one. This is not that strong of a fight to do some sort of that, because these guys are PBC fighters, and that's kind of what PBC does basically now. They don't do free cards rarely. So I hope they don't go in that direction. I would love for them to stay as the co-main event, but I guess we're going to find out tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, did you see the PBC, the undercard for Fundura and Thurman?
I did. I saw the post. Was it Hitchens, right? It was Hitchens and no, am I getting it wrong?
Fundura Thurman is Sanchez versus Torres Jr.
That's right. Okay.
Is the co-main, and then Yolani Hernandez, Terrell Gusha.
Oh, Gusha. Yeah, Gusha. Yeah, I know. I had him. It wasn't until I heard the fight because he fought Tim Tszyu. That's when I first heard it. I was like, oh shit, because he's the one that first dropped Tim Tszyu back in the day. But yeah, that's when I first heard that name. I was like, damn, I would not have guessed that that's how you fucking pronounce it.
Well, we probably need Lampley to confirm that one, but we'll go ahead and just say it how they're saying it.
Right.
But yeah, just not a strong card at all. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? This card is very weak. With that fight, in PBC's mind, that is an A+ fight. Like, seriously, that's what I thought of Munguia versus Resendiz. That's why I was like stoked that they had that on the undercard of Benavidez, right? And Ramirez. So they might push it on their own. There's a possibility that he thinks Charlo.
I hope not. Please don't do that.
Especially at $80. Because, bro, I wouldn't buy this one. The Fundura Thurman, that's not worth 80. That main event with those co-main event and undercard is not worth the $79 that they're asking for. It's insane. I mean, Thurman's not even, or seriously, he's not even a legit contender.
No.
You know?
I think his only fight at 154 maybe was against that Brock Jarvis guy in Australia that he knocked out pretty fast. That was it. Oh, I was getting confused. Hitchens and Duarte are on the fucking Garcia and Barrios one. Anyway, yeah, no,
yeah, and that's a good fight.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a good fight. Yep.
And I'm looking forward to seeing them at the weigh-ins too. But yeah, no, I certainly hope not. I mean, I'm happy that we're gonna get Charlo and Resendiz because I think we should have got that from the beginning, right? I should have got that from to begin with. But according to the report here, it looks like it was Munguia who backed out. This seems to be a reoccurring thing for Munguia, man. I remember him being a mandatory challenger versus Johnny Beck or for Johnny Beck's belt, and he said no. So I don't know. It's just like, what the fuck, yo? I wonder. What could it be? I mean, the money usually is the question, right? It's like maybe he thinks he deserves more, and they were willing to give him more. I don't know, but it just seems like maybe for the risk of fighting somebody like Resendiz, maybe he was asking for too much.
What weight division is he? 160?
No, super middleweight's 168.
Ah, damn. So he can't even go to Zuffa. Damn. I was gonna say, Munguia, he should. If you're declining all these fights already, why not just go fight at the lower market and clean house? Yeah, you're gonna make 300 to 700,000 probably the rest of your life. You know, whether he's a champion or ranked fighter, but at least you're making some decent money. You know, and they can use a name like Munguia. You know what I mean? Yeah, Munguia should probably think about it because he seems like he doesn't like professional fighting anymore. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. These fights get a little too hard. It's like when you got, pillow hand French Canadians knocking me the fuck out, it might not be a good idea. I would much rather go over there to Zuffa. Well, hell, I mean, he can go to 175. I'm sure there's plenty of fighters there to fight, but I don't know if you want to. I mean, in Zuffa, I'm saying, or just cut back down and make 160. Oh shit! You imagine if he comes back down and we get like that Callum Walsh kid and fucking Munguia.
Yeah. Yep.
Dana, are you listening, Dana? Dana, are you listening to Munguia? Are you listening to? That's the direction this might go, guys. So oh man, I like the fact that that's kind of your default. That every time we like, oh yeah, it's some random fucking obscure motherfucker. He should go to a fucking Zuffa. Why not? Like, is he free agent? Should he go to Zuffa? Why not?
Well, that's the out they have now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true.
And he really, Munguia is on that border where one more loss, we might write him off. So he can go over there and at least try to build a career under Zuffa, get their title, and maybe it brings him back to a unification in real boxing, or maybe he just stays at the man at middleweight or light heavyweight, whatever they have, and takes it there.
Yeah. It would kind of, okay, so I know the answer is probably no, but let's go down this rabbit hole that he goes to Zuffa, right? And Zuffa is very good at, or at least the UFC used to be very good at forcing fighters to fight at lighter weight divisions. It happens all the time. There are guys who fought heavier elsewhere. They come to the UFC, they fucking have to drop. I'm not sure what it is, if it's pressure or now that they're fighting elite guys, they don't want to give up the advantage of size, so they kind of make the decision on themselves to move down. I don't know if that's the case or not, but it happens a lot. I'm thinking if we go down this rabbit hole, Munguia comes over here, right, and maybe they force him to go down to middleweight. He fights somebody like Callum Walsh. Does that sort of legitimize Callum Walsh? Like if he fights him and makes him look, and maybe he doesn't look spectacular because he doesn't, Callum Walsh is not the kind of guy that does that. But if he beats Munguia and it's like, oh shit, he beat somebody like Munguia, that kind of means something. That makes Walsh maybe look, does he legitimize it? Yeah.
Yeah. No, it really would, because that's a ranked fighter. He's way more experienced than Walsh, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's not that far out of his prime, So no, that would be definitely a great win for Walsh at this point in his career. Yeah, I think you're giving Dana something there. So let's stop talking about it. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. Let's stop being matchmakers here for that.
Yeah, wait a minute. This is too good. No,
yeah. I know, right? Who are these fucking clowns giving me good ideas?
No, that's a
Uh,
good one though. Munguia, that's a good out for him because he is on that border. A lot of those guys, it's kind of weird. It's almost like we keep saying this about the PBC, but all their fighters are kind of coming back from just being in no man's land.
mhm,
Thurman and Charlo and Spence, all these guys are just coming back collecting checks.
mhm. Yeah.
I wonder if all of them will become Zuffa at one point.
Damn, you think? Oh,
Dude, they only fight once a year. They could go over there. They're gonna fight guys that look, right now Zuffa hasn't shown that they have the talent yet, right?
right.
So if you sign someone like Spence, sign Zoo. If Zoo loses, take him, put him in the rankings. We're not saying champion, but we got to build rankings, and some of the guys have to have a name,
Sure.
right?
Mm.
All of the PBC guys that are 1 foot away might be thinking about making a pit stop. That's a pit stop. Build Dana's product real fast. Give him a year or two, and then hopefully his young guys can start taking them out. And that's how you, like you just said, legitimize their names.
Damn. All right. So that being said, what do we think of Resendiz and Charlo?
I like the fight, dude. It's a toss up because the styles, right? You're gonna be two different two styles of working against each other now. But I'll stay with Resendiz. He's more active. He's younger. And Charlos, I just don't know where their head or their heart is right now. These are guys that were groomed for lesser opponents. Unfortunately, I believe all of their skills capped because of the path they chose as a pro. They started taking easier opponents and they stopped learning. So I'll take Resendiz and knock him out.
All right. And if y'all listening, let's please leave this on the Benavides and Ramirez undercard co-main event, please, because this sure as hell is not going to do much on its own, unless maybe it's like on a free Amazon Prime, regular Amazon Prime, which PBC doesn't really do.
And it helps because Charlo grabs the other side of the market, right? Let's not be naive here.
Yeah.
Charlo has fans that Munguia did not have.
Yeah.
Munguia, Resendiz, Ramirez, and Benavides are all playing out of the same bowl, man.
Yeah. All right.
We got to spread the love a little. So now Charlo brings in a few more eyeballs. So, yeah, I would definitely leave this on the undercard.
All right. Anything else you want to add to that before we move on to what should be the last topic here?
No, sir.
All right. So this one kind of, I'm not even sure what to think about this one, but it's the long-awaited return of the legend Manny Pacquiao. He will be returning to the boxing ring, according to the most recent report that I saw here. However, it will not be in a professional bout, but rather it will be in a, well, I guess it technically is a professional bout, but it's going to be an exhibition, a 10-round exhibition against, I believe, a former sparring partner in Ruslan Provodnikov. Now, if that name sounds familiar, he's thrown down with the best of the best. Great fight against Algieri, great fight against Timothy Bradley. I'm sure there's somebody else there that I'm missing, but if you guys want to catch those fights, holy hell, there are some fights. That dude is, man, I want to describe him. Who else does he beat? I think he beat, I'm trying to think, it might have been Matisse as well. I don't remember who else. But anyway, point is, this dude is a fucking animal. And that one kind of, I mean, it is going to be an exhibition, right? So it's not like it's going to be 100% like balls to the wall. But let me go ahead and read this announcement here. Just announced, Manny Pacquiao will return to the ring against Ruslan Provodnikov in a 10-round welterweight exhibition matchup on Saturday, April 18th. At the Thomas and Mack Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. I know the Thomas and Mack Center is not one of the most popular venues or arenas here in Las Vegas, but it is one of the oldest ones. It's been around for a hot fucking minute. There's been a lot of fights that took place there. Chavez de la Hoya 2, Pernell Whitaker, and somebody else. Damn it, there's a lot of, like, I think Bo and Holyfield 1 took place there. It was a lot of fights. As a matter of fact, funny, interesting little side note here. Years later, in 2001, there was a small arena that was built right next to it called, or at least at the time was called, the Cox Pavilion. Cox being the cable promoter or the primary cable provider here in Southern Nevada. So the Cox Pavilion is where I graduated. That's actually where they hosted my graduation back in 02, for fuck's sake. So that the Thomas and Mack Center has a little warm place in my heart because of that, and because it was Chavez de la Hoya too took place there. But anyway, it's an arena that doesn't get a lot of hype, quite frankly. It's where a lot of the fights took place early on. If it wasn't Caesar's Palace or something like that here in Las Vegas, it was the Thomas and Mack Center, which is primarily the arena where the college teams play, the college basketball teams, the UNLV Rebels, the Running Rebels. That's our college basketball team. But we're going to get Pacquiao and Provodnikov. Manny Pacquiao Promotions here on the 18th of April, 2026. Okay, so Andrew, when you saw this, what's the first thing that came to mind? Did you realize immediately that was going to be an exhibition fight, or did you think like, what the fuck, are these guys really going to throw down?
First thing I thought was the fight was not going to happen.
Oh.
I think Manny's just taking money from someone, but the fight's not going to go through.
Damn. All right. Swat that down.
Let me tell you guys, dude, the dude hasn't fought in 10 years. Okay, can we start with that?
Oh, Provodnikov.
Okay,
gotcha,
hasn't fought in 10 years. Last few times I've seen this man, he was way overweight. He's in no kind of fighting shape. He hasn't been in the ring in 10 years. Did I say that already?
Yes, you did. Yes.
And he's gonna have to get through training of some sort to try to get down to weight to at least get in the ring with Manny. It's like, come on. Look, Timothy Bradley, great fight. They robbed him. That's the one they robbed him of. That was that is a classic fight. Whenever you guys are sick and you need to get through a day, put on Bradley and Provodnikov. It's a war. He follows that up with the war with Mike Alvarado.
That's right.
Fight. Yes, that was a great fight. They also put him in the ring with Jose Luis Castillo. I don't remember how good of a fight that one was, but the matchup, what a hell of a matchup. You know what I mean? Two guys, talk about two guys that are going to go right at each other. And then final fight in the big dogs was Lucas Matisse. So what a run he had though. Bradley, Alvarado, Chris Algieri, he took a split decision, lost to Castillo and Matisse. So he had his run. Unfortunately, that was in 2015. So
yikes.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why Manny would even do this with a guy that's kind of unknown. Known to the diehards, unknown to everyone else. And being out of the ring for 2016 is his last fight. Yeah, he was already on the back end of his career, though. That's 10 years, man. That's 10 years he was out of the ring, and he's really a nobody, even when he's in the ring in his peak. I don't mean that in a bad way. I think we all know.
He just didn't reach that level of notoriety that
exactly. Where you think 10 years later they're going to be like, "Oh, Ruslan Provodnikov, I can't wait." Come on,
the Siberian Tiger. What the fuck they call him? The Siberian Rocky or something? I forgot what they called him.
Hey, you guys, anyone heard of that SF fight here lately? Mark my words. Mark my words.
That's the second. That's the second one you called. I mean, we might not get Wilder and who the fuck Usyk or what the fuck it was going to be supposedly in July 11th in San Francisco, right? That is going to break the record. They've been pretty quiet lately. Right after they made an announcement like a month ago, they haven't really made a lot of noise. Not any progress. Not in saying, hey, this is any more information of who the fight's going to be, the announcement, anything like that. So that's the first one that you called. So you're thinking this one might not go through anyway, huh?
I don't like the matchup. I don't know where the money's coming from. It's not going to be the Filipino television rights, right? We all know they don't make a lot of money out there on their rights, so it's not like they're going to push that on that television. I don't see it. I don't see where they're going to get where this comes from. So unless there's some casino that's just going to give them maybe $1 million or $2 million, maybe give Manny a credit line at the casino. They probably don't even give them cash on. They're like, we'll double your pay if you take it on credit.
Yeah, but only on the baccarat or whatever the fuck that fucking whatever. Like only on roulette. That's it. Nothing else. You know, it's only good credit.
He goes, you have to gamble it, but we'll let you keep your winnings.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll throw in a free robe with like Caesar's logo.
Yeah,
on there.
Always need the room. Yes, sir. Right? Never leave without that damn room.
Why not? Let's talk.
That's the only way you feel like you get over on them, bro.
Yeah, we'll give you the suite. We'll give you the 2-floor suite, please. Sure, why not?
You're all, no, I won't spend 240 a night. All right, sir, we'll give it to you for free. Cool, babe. How much we lose? $1,000. Fuck. I think they got us. I don't know, babe. This math ain't mathing.
Like that. Take those slippers. Pack those slippers. We're taking those. We're taking those out of here. Fuck that.
Oh yeah, don't let her. My wife, she'll clean the fucking room, dude. Hey, one time I was like, babe, we didn't even buy this room. Will you calm down? They comped the shit. Stop stealing everything. No, I'm just saying. Everything goes.
Can you put the salt shakers down, please? We don't need them at the house. It's like, but they have the logo on there. Like, no, babe. I don't care if they have the logo on there.
I swear to God, one time, man, I'm telling you, this woman, I'm not even I'm not gonna pull her. I won't pull her card.
Drag her name through the dirt.
Yeah, I won't tell her all of her dirty secrets. This woman.
What do you think about? I mean, Ruslan being the opponent though. Like, I mean, it was his former training partner, right? His former sparring partner. Like, what? It's like, yo, let me. Are you down on your luck? You need some money? All right, cool. We'll figure something out. You know, stick around and we'll try to figure out this glorified sparring session that people will pay us for.
It would have to be how are we going to generate money? It's cool that everyone wants to make money, but where is it coming from? So that's what we need to figure out: is who's behind this. Why is it happening? You know, is it like a casino? Is it a special for a casino? If it's some like what would you say? It's Chinese New Year. If they're doing something like that for Chinese New Year, you know, putting on a special event in a casino, hey, fucking Pacquiao is gonna be. I don't know if that's even connected. Probably not. But what the fuck? He boxes. I'm a dick. I know I'm a dick, you guys.
It's like geographically speaking, he's the closest thing we got to a superstar, a Chinese superstar. So just the story.
Yeah, they called him Bruce Lee at one point. Fuck out of here. So I think it'd attract people. So, anyways, that if it's something like that, Miguel, then yes, I see him getting a little bit of money from them. I don't see this thing making TV. I don't see this thing on Netflix, Paramount, DAZN. It's none of that. Ruslan Provodnikov.
No.
Not happening. Yeah. Manny took money from someone.
Wait, but what do you mean by that? Manny took money from someone? Like someone said, hey, go and box, here's money?
Yeah. They said, we'll offer you, $50,000 to fight. He signed it. They announced the fight. They think the fight's going to happen. Fight falls through. Manny keeps $50,000, walks away.
Damn. All right. Well,
hey, they got lucky scoring Manny. I don't know who's behind this. Whoever brought Ruslan Provodnikov as the opponent. Come on, Manny is the A side of this. Manny got some kind of money to put his name on this. If you don't come through with that fight, you think Manny's returning that check? I think not.
Nope.
I think not.
It's already cashed and spent by that point.
Yes, sir. Jingy got it.
Yep, precisely.
Hey, oh yeah, that was a late one.
What?
No, I was watching the Pacquiao Barrios, and dude, there was a weird moment where Jingy and her sister or something are sitting in the ring. Are they twins?
I don't think so. They look alike a lot. Like as a matter of fact, I think they momentarily put the camera on her sister, thinking it was Jingy. Like I think they fucked up a few times, but I don't think they're twins. I don't remember hearing
That's absolutely what I thought. So the one with the colored hair is not Jingy, correct?
I forgot their hair color, but I remember them they put the camera on her, and I was like, why does she look different? Does she have like fucking some sort of plastic surgery or some shit? Did she get some work done? And then it's like, oh shit, it's the bitch right next to her. What the hell?
Yes. Yes, dude. That happened to me again when I rewatched the fight. I don't know. Maybe did I watch this fight on my phone? Maybe I watched it on my phone. That might have happened. Where I didn't even
Mm.
buy it. Remember, I was against pay-per-view, PBC pay-per-views for a while.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's what happened. But yeah, dude, I told my wife, I was like, look, it's Stinky in the universe. Is this like the Spider-Man universe thing?
Yeah. Like just pointing to one another. Like that's it.
It's hella weird. They look like twins, man. I'm telling you. The only reason why I could tell they were two different girls because one had different color hair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But damn, they look like twins.
Well, since it is going to be here in Vegas, I expect your boy to make it down there to like get something, right? I don't know, some fake weigh-ins or some fake press conference or some fucking bullshit. I don't know what the hell they're going to do, but anything that's open to the general public, fuck. If they got applications for credentials, I'll apply for that shit just to be like, well, this is weird as fuck. I'm at a Thomas and Mack Center watching this exhibition fight with Manny Pacquiao, but yeah. So you best believe I'll throw my 2 cents in there and my name in the hat to be there for whatever events they happen to have for us. But that will be April, of course. All right. Well, that essentially should wrap it up.
Bro,
Andrew, what's up?
They're renting the Thomas and Mack Center for this?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not happening. Are you
No.
fucking kidding? They really think thousands of people are coming to watch this? They
Yes.
better. Hey, you know what? Let me not knock Manny's power, star power. Maybe he gets because there's a lot of Bay Area. There's a lot of Filipinos out here. Do they make one more trip for Manny? It's a reason to go to Vegas. It's a reason to drink. Maybe, but damn, that's a hard push, dude. Thomas and Mack, bro.
Yeah.
Miguel, I would have rather have tried one of the littler casinos with the little what is it? What was it? The Hard Rock, but that's no longer there. What are the other littler ones?
Well, like the what is it called? The Fontainebleau. That's a new one. It's a theater. It's not even really that, but they have fights there. They had Pacheco fought there a couple of times. The Cosmopolitan has. These are all little small theaters, of course, but
Cosmopolitan. There's another one.
There's another one. So there's a few, right? I mean, the capacity, the max capacity for Thomas and Mack is 19,500. They're not gonna fill that fucking place up. They're not. You know what I'm saying? And they could have at least done. I mean, maybe a high profile one like Mandalay Bay or MGM might have been over the budget. And they're like, "Fuck it, Thomas and Mack. Well, we can get 20,000 people." And they're like, "Nah, we're not gonna fill it up." But whatever.
Yeah. Maybe. And what's the date? I should
the 18th of April, Saturday, the 18th of April.
We'd have to check the Filipino holidays to see if there was anything on around then that might already have a crowd out there. Because if that's already happening, then it makes sense. You already have thousands of them, and when I say them, Filipinos in the city. Then a Pacquiao exhibition. Hey, go down the street, watch Manny. Then that makes more sense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So let's be politically correct and say we will have to look at the Filipino holiday calendar to see if there's anything cracking on in April. So didn't mean nothing, no disrespect. My kids are like, "What the fuck, Dad? What's up, bro?"
Exactly right. Like them people. What you mean, them people?
Yeah, fucking, we're all Chinese now, huh? Is that what you're saying, Dad?
Right. We all just look alike now. Is that how it is? Is that how it is, huh? I didn't know you were like that, Dad. I'm a tamam.
Yeah, no, I should have been smarter when I said that.
And more geographically speaking. All right. Well, that's pretty much does it. Yeah, that essentially covers everything that we wanted to talk about. I wanted this to be more of a go home show before the Barrios and Garcia fight this weekend. Again, make sure to keep your eye out on our YouTube channel because I will be posting some weigh-in footage, something, and I'll post shorts. I'll do shorts, of course. I usually do that whenever I'm in like large crowds. I'll post quick YouTube shorts on our YouTube channel so you guys can take a look at what the scene looks like. I did last time when I went for the Canelo and Crawford weigh-in, had to buy a bootleg Canelo hat to keep the fucking sun from blasting my face. I might have to do it this time because it is, even though it's been cold and windy as hell, we're still going to be outside, and of course we're going to need some sort of shade. So I'm going to have to sport my red Canelo hat and be like, what the fuck, wrong fight, motherfucker. But I'll go ahead and sport it and bootleg as it is. But Andrew, is there anything else you wanted to add to today's show before we wrap it up?
No, we'll bring it up Sunday, but I think we need to get into the Eddie Hearn, Dana White little beef that they're having,
Mhm.
because I think there's some truth behind Eddie Hearn saying this is kind of fast for him to be coming out personal, right? His thing just started. You think we'd be celebrating and saying, "Look at all what we've done." Instead, he's going after these guys on a personal level, throwing out claims that doesn't have any facts behind him, like I'm stealing candy from a baby. What has he stolen? I could see if he took Bam Bam. I could see if he took Tyson, right?
Mhm.
But stolen for candy for so I honestly I thought Dana had too much to drink. I don't know if the man drinks, but
I'm
I
sure
thought
he does. I'm sure he
does
does.
he well because after you smack your wife, most of the time they make you not drink anymore.
Mm.
That's like when you especially when you blame it on drinking, you kind of shouldn't drink anymore if that's what happens when you drink. But with that being said, when I first watched his outburst after the Zuffa card, I really did think it was just a guy who was filled his Cheerios. Bob Arum used to do it every once in a while, go up there with his red cheeks and start talking shit about Don King, about other fighters, all that, right?
Mm.
That's what it felt like with Dana, but I do think Eddie was onto something with his response. Must not be everything must not be
Peachy as it seems.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was almost like he was mad, like he was like poking at them maybe because things aren't going the way he wanted. Because I gotta say, can we confirm that Tyson Fury is not signing with Zuffa now that he's already announced his next fight?
Well, they did say that he's gonna. They're trying to make the Tyson and AJ fight for later. So there were. I don't know if we can confirm that it won't happen later on. Still, we can confirm that this one won't be
This one
working.
wasn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it,
that's what
it
I meant.
seems as though. Yeah. Okay.
That's what I meant. Because I would think that if they were moving along in the contract side, we would have already heard about that,
Mm.
right? Maybe
Totally.
possibly even Tyson announcing something at the press conference. But that was it. Very interesting what Eddie and what Dana were going back and forth. Though we'll talk about it Sunday.
All right. Okay, well, that is going to do it for us today. Make sure to tune in to pay-per-view, right? Where the fuck, Riyadh season, whatever, Ring Magazine, this weekend or the Zone pay-per-view, I should say, that's what it is, for Mario Barrios putting his WBC welterweight championship on the line against Ryan Garcia. Your boy will be live and in person, recorded on location for the weigh-ins on Friday. So again, keep your eyes peeled. And then, of course, we will be back on Sunday and to talk about the results, of course, and then what happened, whatever aftermath, as is usually the case. What's going on, Andrew? You found something?
Yes, remember last week when we talked about the fighter that declined a title shot to go to another one?
Yes, yeah.
So I found it. I did send it to you. It's on our Facebook one. Lucas Badi has declined to participate in an IBF lightweight eliminator versus Albert Bell and will instead pursue a WBA World Lightweight title shot versus Floyd Kid Austin Schofield in April. So that was the one that I had read that I was saying. I remember someone had just dropped a title shot to go for another title, and how we were talking about only in boxing right now can we do things like this, right? In Zuffa's world, what happens when you tell Dana no?
That's it. You can't go anywhere else. You can't go anywhere else. That's at least that's what it has been the case. Whether or not it'll be different for Zuffa boxing, that's another story. But okay, so you found the guy.
Yeah, sorry, you guys took a week, but I got you.
No biggie. We found it, right? It's never too late. It's never too late. All right. So that is going to do it. Make sure to tune in on Sunday because we will be talking about the aftermath of this fight and of this weekend's fight. And of course, the results and of the rest of the card, of course, and see how the rest of the card panned out. And then again, keep your eyes peeled for Friday for any footage of the weigh-in that you will be seeing on our YouTube channel Friday night, most likely evening. So for my co-host, Andrew, don't get it twisted, Lapachet, I am Miguel Antonio Barragan, a.k.a. Fight Feed Migs, and this has been the Mad Boxing Show. Thank you so much for listening once more. We'll see you guys on Sunday. Take care. Peace.